Welcome to Date Night Podcast,
a tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
Welcome back to Date Night Potato Crew. And our last session, our quote-unquote heroes.
I mean, you say potato, I say potato.
Yep. That's okay.
Potato.
We could also be known as paper towel entrepreneurs.
Yes, paper towel entrepreneurs.
If you were looking for something else to call us.
Last time you guys navigated a Thieves Guild's labyrinth, taking on various challenges and monsters to make your way. Apparently you were supposed to sneak past all of them, but hey. Making your way to the Lord of the Phantoms, who gave you a task. In order to achieve your goals of being able to take out 2 more targets from Maryna's dark list that you are all now aware of, you have to infiltrate a masquerade ball this evening and steal a seal, not bork bork, but stamp stamp, from this prominent merchant of the city of Gast. Does anybody have any questions before we get going?
Is Bork Bork completely off the table?
We'll see.
Okay.
You don't know what he's a merchant of.
Will he... Skeleton Boatman?
Oh, they haven't gotten that far in the main campaign yet. Nobody knows what we're talking about. Not even all the players at this table know what we're talking about.
Welcome!
So, you guys finished your meeting with the Lord of the Phantoms, and you went back to your... I don't want to call it a hotel room. You went back to your inn, and are laying down for a long rest, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I marked all my long rest stuff off.
Which is fine. You guys are
change
going.
spells and
You
stuff.
guys will get the long rest. Don't worry about that too much. Thüt,
Yes?
you drift in a dark abyss.
This sounds
The whispers
promising.
that are becoming more and more common in your life come to you once more. He sees. He awakes. He comes for you. And then you hear that deep breathing that you heard so long ago. By so long, I mean like probably 3 weeks. But hey, so long ago. And suddenly, the abyss is not quite so deep and formless. It takes a shape. You find yourself facing off before a giant. It looks down at you, dribble slowly coming off of its chin. It's got a club bigger than you are. And you feel a surge. You are easily able to take this giant down. And another challenger, and another, each one bigger, stronger, scarier than the last. Elementals, abyssal beings, fiends, demons, all fall before your axe, your spells, until the pile of corpses, pile of challengers, raises higher than any mountain. And at the top of this pile of trophies, really, at this point, lay the bodies of Wellby and Maryna. Wellby.
Yep, I'm sure I'm having pleasant dreams.
You also begin your dream in the dark. It's cold. And there's a familiar stone slab underneath of you. It comes to you slowly that you're back in the cells in Eichner. And as you look down at yourself, you're not Wellby Good Fortune. You're a small boy. Your hair is shaven close. You're afraid. You don't know how you got here. They just came for you one day. The Duke just said that you needed to go. And as you look down, you're no longer a small boy. You're still a young boy, but a bit older. Why did they come for you? You did nothing wrong, nothing they know about. You know, you've had to do things your whole life to survive. And as you look back down again, you're a young teenage man. It's not right that they came for you. You've paid off all the guards before. You've paid them off 1,000 times. They said something about a debt that had to be paid. And as you look down again, you finally recognize this slowly aging figure. It's Grestus. He's cold, alone. He'll probably be dead in a day or two. Then you hear another voice. Sinner, look what you've condemned. Sinner. The vision shifts. You see the bodies of people that you were too weak to protect. They shift back and forth. An Azer, a Tiefling, a Juniper. Sinner, look what you have done. The darkness breaks, and above you is a long golden sword pointed straight down at you. In a lightning flash, the sword begins to fall. The hand shoots out. Golden hand grabs the blade at its own peril, and you see red but very ruby-esque shining leaking out of the hand where it grabbed the blade and slowly running down the arm. No, he still has time. You recognize the voice of Dimitas. The sword slowly fades back up.
Did I recognize the first voice?
Not yet. Sinner. Balance must be restored. And you have been found unbalanced. The hand slowly pulls back into the darkness. You can see a very visible wound across the palm. Maryna. You slept real well. You guys all wake up.
I did?
Yes, you did.
I had some bad dreams, but I guess they were normal bad dreams.
Yeah, normal bad dreams.
Okay.
Nothing divine in nature. You guys wake up. It's mid-afternoon because you guys worked all the way through the night.
That's right.
And when you come downstairs, Drozen is there. He's got a pretty standard-sized crate, and it's got instructions across the top of it. They basically read, "Do me proud tonight. Here's your frippery. Don't burn down my city." And as Drozen opens up the crate,
I'll be careful, Thüt.
you see a smaller box inside, and as it's opened up, the chest is opened up. It's revealed several different kinds of masks. There's a rabbit mask in red velvet. There's a mask of peacock feathers. There's a silvery mask that resembles a mouse. A wolf mask lined with golden trim around the edges. There's a simple shield with what looks like a rueful smile as its crest. There's one where it's like from the nose down is the actual mask itself, but it's all cracked, but there's nothing above that. It's brass, but it looks like very cracked brass. And then the last one is it's a like a quarter moon that goes across the right side of your face. You're judging by the color; it's the Steve moon, but that's the list. That's the assortment of masks. You guys feel free to pick out whichever one you want. Then there's two very fancy suits. One approximately halfling sized.
Okay.
One It's real close. But you get the sense that they probably had a hard time.
Sleeves off.
Sun's out, guns out, bro.
You can if you want to. And then there's a gorgeous crimson, like fancy ballroom dress.
Dibs.
Yes.
little on the nose there, huh?
For what's probably from Maryna.
Uh-oh.
You would guess.
I want.
But hey, feel free to mix and match.
I'd like to be a pretty rabbit.
Okay.
More power to you. What are you feeling in there, Maryna?
I think I would like the wolf.
I think that's
You know that gold and that
appropriate.
red won't go together, right? Just saying.
Evil stare.
He's like imagining taking his blood and painting it gold. You know what?
I think I'll go for the one with the smile on it. Let's be happy today, huh?
All right. So it looks just like a simple like kite shield almost, but it's got the like a kind of sardonic, sarcastic smile.
Yeah.
across. Okay. And then
Okay.
there's eye holes. Obviously, you're not going to walk
Good.
into the wall.
Does mine have eye holes too?
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
They all have eye holes.
Should have asked.
Mine also has a snout.
I guess mine has a bun snout.
Yes, it does. With a cute little button nose at the end of it. There's an actual button. At the
Oh,
end
that's
of it.
great.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
So Drozen's there.
What's it made of?
It's like velvet.
Real rabbit?
Roll an intelligence check.
Great. It's real good. Intelligence, though, is the problem. 5.
Yeah, probably.
Great. Oh, soft.
You haven't seen many actual red rabbits, but yeah, probably. Yeah. They found one somewhere, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm a wizard. I can make all sorts of things happen.
So Drozen kind of, shuts the crate and kind of sets it aside. Carriage arrive at dusk. I trust all will be on their best behavior.
Will be.
Phantom Lord says that Drozen cannot come with because Drozen is known in this city. However, if you do wish to have one more companion, I am sure Dwarf would go with you. I can arrange him to have fancy clothes as well.
Can our goblin go instead?
I mean, you're going to be then too in debt to the goblin. Remember, keep that in mind.
No. This is an invite for him to come to a fancy party.
So you think that'll kind of square the whole
No,
always
I'm
waiting
still
gold?
gonna make one of his brethren into gold.
I'm concerned that I don't know if the dwarf wears shirts. That's
His beard's big enough to cover it.
but
Right?
aside from that, he seems like he might be Andy in a scruff.
He
I don't
doesn't
know about the little
speak
goblin.
common.
No, but he could be
How quickly?
incognito.
How quickly can that dwarf butcher a body? We know how quickly the goblin can.
Fair point, depending on what our course of action is, I suppose.
I just have to be prepared.
hmm
Mentioning, I mean, I know what you guys look like, Dad. So
Do you think an extra body?
Amy's
What?
face.
He just says stuff. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything.
California
Of
dreaming.
course.
Do you think having an extra body with us would be advantageous?
If you had an extra body, I know a guy to take care of it. Bring him.
True.
I don't know how much help this dwarf could be for us.
I mean,
Can we
he looks.
fight him real quick and see how helpful he will be?
I don't
Wellby?
think that this would be a fighting place.
But then I guess I'm on your side. We don't need him. Goblin it is.
Is Drozen the goblin?
No,
No.
Drozen is a human that you met in the Phantom Lords.
Okay, because
It's
I
the
was
guy
trying
I
so
met at
hard
the
to remember
beach.
who he
Yeah.
is.
He's got the Puritan get up with
Okay.
the
The trifold
big
hat.
Yeah. Everybody mentioned the hat. That was awesome.
I mean, the dwarf does some pretty fancy dancing. If we,
You're
have to
winning, you're winning
perform.
me over.
Just trying to put everybody's. I mean, he's got the butchery skills.
And
Dwarf's got
personable.
the dancing. So we can kind of weigh those things. Which one will we need more tonight?
Wait.
Right? Dancing or
I once saw
meat
this
making.
drawing of two small beings wearing a long coat.
Yeah, I'm with you.
One suit, please, Drosen. Normal size.
Dibs on the top.
No, you don't have to go. We'll bring both of our friends.
How
Thought I
did
was
you
a
not
dumb
catch
one.
that one?
I'll cover the bar.
We can close for the night.
I can cook.
If it's all the same to use, I'd prefer not to, go into work with
Fancy!
the Phantoms.
I don't think anybody asked you.
I've heard Goblin thrown around. I'm pretty sure y'all are talking about me.
Were you talking about? Oh, I thought it was the other. Oh, all right.
Sorry. Audio. No. Yes.
Right.
Confused.
What?
All cleared up. Listen.
All right.
Drosen.
Yes.
I've got a question for you about the Phantoms and their reach. I guess is sort of the way I might frame the question.
I am listening.
What if, just sort of hypothetically, somebody needed some credentials? Is that something the Phantoms could whip up?
Afraid I'm going to need more information on this hypodermic situation.
Yeah, that's usually a good idea to get all the facts before the hypodermic stuff starts. Yeah.
Are you needing credentials? Wellby of good fortune?
Yeah. See, that name's not exactly one that carries, let's say, weight or, records.
No prestige.
Right. Listen, I spent some time in a place called Cliffshire. It's a place where folks like me, Athlings, live. Right? I went there when I was just a young kid. And I was a messenger there for a while. And I met this Athling there. He gave me a whole gold piece to deliver a message, like it was nothing. Anyway, it left kind of an impression on me. His house with his Athling-sized furniture, his nice view of the Golden Arbor. And I made my mind up that, I might like to hang around there. Thing is, to hang around there, you need a name that means something. You need to come from some sort of family. And I don't. But I'd like to go back sometime. Maybe pick up one of those tall houses there on the coast. Pay some messenger boy a gold or two to deliver a message for me. Have a place to settle down. That sort of thing. Is that the sort of thing, if I got in good with the Phantom Lord, that I might be able to acquire?
Phantom Lord does have connections far-reaching the region. Perhaps if you were to get into his favor, perhaps such identities could be fabricated.
Yeah.
We'll maybe have to speak to him directly or bring this up after job is finished.
Right, yeah. I thought it was a little early to speak to the big fella about it.
He doesn't know you very well yet.
I just wanted to know if it was something I might bring up with him, or if I would look silly asking for it, I guess.
Nothing is silly. Everything has price.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, I've never found a seller for what I'm looking for, so just hoping maybe now I have.
Will be of good fortune. What do you know of your gods?
My gods.
Yes.
Probably not as much as you'd expect. I know that, they've only really recently started talking to me. I've talked to them for a long time, and I've done my research, you understand? I know who does what they're good at, what they need, so that I could make sort of trades with them. But it was all sort of how you called it, hypodermic, right?
Yes, yes.
It wasn't that
It's
real.
not known.
I would say, I'll do this, you give me the power to do that, and I'll do something for you later. Then I'd feel this sort of calling, I'd go do it, right? That sort of a thing. Didn't really matter who I worked for. Again, sort of depending on what I needed, where our ideas of what we were doing aligned, who was a likely ally for the day. But
But you have seen their symbology.
yeah, I've seen it in books
He
on.
pulls out the charms on his necklaces, and you see
Yeah.
the same ones you have seen before. The
The
ones
spider.
you're aware of, and then there's also two more. There's a dagger and a sword.
Okay. Do I know those?
You do not.
All right. I mean, I know some of those, right?
Which ones do you know?
Well, I know that's it's an Andy, right? The spider.
Spider,
there.
yes.
That one there. That's Forsetta,
Yes, dice.
mutual companion in our transactions.
Yes.
I know what is that a book?
Yes.
That's Sephargma.
Correct.
Right? And did he have one for Demetas?
Yeah, it looks like golden fleece bandages.
Okay.
Kind of.
And then there's that's Demetas.
You do not know Zalmundgran or Themea.
If I've come across them, they've sort of slipped my mind since.
There must be a reason they have chosen to not reveal themselves to you as of yet, but I am sure in their own time they will.
Yeah.
Screw that, Wellby. I mean, if they don't want you, you know,
I mean,
it's kind of pointless.
4 gods is kind of a lot.
It's a lot. Like,
You know,
I'm just
if you-
feeling like
if you
this one
think
big
about it.
thing, you know.
What? You
he's
mean
just really like
knowledge?
like me,
You mean like because you're a wizard?
because Harry.
Are you sure, strictly speaking, that you're a wizard?
Absolutely,
Kill them.
Okay.
you know it.
I'm getting some reminders here.
What are we
Sev.
talking about?
Listen,
I mean, you're a wizard.
what do you know
She's a
about
wizard.
the way we interact with the gods? How is it for you?
Well, for me, I pray. I take he kind of holds his charms out. Take these in my hand, and I slowly meditate on their sphere. So he gets Demetas out. This is for mercy. And I think of how many times in my life mercy has been shown.
Maryna quietly scoffs in the corner.
He doesn't notice.
Okay.
And that I experience her mercy and her power.
I've got a question for you about that. What's in it for her?
What's in it for her?
Yeah, that's the one I don't understand. I understand the luck. I understand the death. I understand the knowledge. And I've felt the mercy. And it's strong. But why?
That is something only she can answer.
Yeah.
All of these gods are... They have their tasks of keeping things out that should be out. That is their function. But gods can no longer influence mortal realm.
Right, that's where we come in.
Correct. And that is why they use us. We are instruments. Sort of like how I use this to experience the gods, they use us to affect the realm.
Yeah. That I've seen.
And you have great power from gods, Wellby of good fortune. Great connection. Your power comes directly from them. My skills are blessed by the gods, but I don't have the magic as you do. Not
because he's a wizard like
not
me.
so directly. Is this sufficient answer for you, Wellby?
I mean, I think it's the best I've got. I think it's the best I'm gonna get. It's just gonna be a question I'll probably keep asking, no offense.
Would you like my charms to meditate upon?
No, I've got my own ways.
Very well. Will you be needing anything further before carriage arrives at dusk?
We need anything else?
Or
A regular size
is dwarf coming?
suit.
Is dwarf going with you?
Should we ask him?
I think you're the only one who can.
I speak dwarf.
Oh,
I can speak anything.
That is a powerful gift.
In his brain, I say I know.
If I take the time, I can.
That is also a powerful gift.
Excuse me, if you're responding to me, then if I take the time, then I can.
That is also a powerful gift. I swear I've heard this before.
I had that prepared yesterday, but not anymore.
Many gifts abound in my presence. I feel somewhat inadequate to task now.
I'm sure you could do it too. It's nothing.
Have you arm wrestle about it? Like, see what's up?
not
Somebody ask the dwarf.
Why don't you, since you can speak in his mind?
Okay.
So, Brüx is passed out on a table.
Yeah,
You've usually found him
Sure.
while he's here in the city.
I'll walk over and try to grab a pint for him.
I was
Like-
expecting from him for a moment.
No, for him.
that's not a good idea.
Right, for him, a
Yeah.
freshie.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, I'll drink a little and I'll slam it down for him. And in his brain, I just have to say,
Yeah, he needs to come with us.
say, you, in his brain, you know, you like to party, bro?
Hell yeah, I like to party.
You want to like a fancy party?
What, like with a whole pig and everything?
Like you get to wear a mask and everything.
I have to put on clothes?
Correct. You will not be rewarded
Is there
or
beer?
compensated in any way except for
Is
the
there
alcohol.
beer?
There will be beer.
I'm in, brother.
I've been told this one thing. You better be good at butchering bodies.
Oh, man. I know you haven't seen me at work yet, but hell yeah.
See you tonight.
All right.
We'll meet here. Is
Where
that
do
a-
I get the fancy stuff?
We're bringing it in for you in a crate.
Oh, well, shit, I get new clothes.
You get new clothes.
All right.
He's in!
Good.
I love this group. Okay. Do you guys want to do anything else before the fancy party?
I
We got all our clothes, so we don't
am
have to
going
shop.
to do this thing that I do maybe once every few months and get in some water
Okay.
and rub myself with it.
Careful with the direction in which you spew. That's where all the equipment is.
Yeah. Okay. There's not like a. They could probably find you a large enough bucket or basin
I'm
to
just
do
going
that in.
to just find some water.
Oh
and
yeah,
do
sure.
it.
Yeah, go for it.
In that
There's
way.
Plenty of puddles outside.
Yep, just naked
Yeah.
in the river.
Oh, in the river. Yep, they got rivers. Go for it.
That's what I'm doing.
It's the sewage drains into the river, but
Just going to rub it all over my
sweet.
body.
Sweet.
You know, when you bring back a suit for Brüx, maybe bring back a baby doll,
What is the reason for baby doll?
just in case.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Can you bring back some soap and maybe some makeup and other womanly things?
You will find that in box.
Thank you.
Is there a baby doll in there?
There's no baby doll in box.
Okay.
I was preparing for party, not for tea party.
Playtime?
I'm sure you can figure something with your rags.
Yeah, I mean, I've got all day. I could go out maybe and find a baby doll if I needed to. I just thought he was asking if we needed anything. I thought it might have been a good opportunity for gratis baby doll.
I will see what I can do.
All right.
So Drozen leaves. Are you guys getting ready for the fancy party?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I come back from rubbing the water on my body,
Your suit fits great.
great.
Good.
Your suit is pretty close.
It's close.
Yeah.
Just don't bend over.
Yeah, I wouldn't bend over and I probably wouldn't flex
So
too
is
hard.
it like stupid, sexy Flanders? Yeah.
One motion.
I was thinking more, yeah, stupid, sexy Flanders. Like nothing at all.
Maryna, you put on the fancy dress,
Yay.
but you're having a hard time lacing it in the back. Looks like it should fit, but for some reason it's not. But with a little extra humph, yeah, it goes on.
Do I think I can keep my springy shield inside the sleeve of my shirt without it really showing?
Sleeve of the jacket, yes, but you
Yeah.
are going to have to probably tear the sleeve off the shirt.
All right, I think I can do that.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
and
keep
make
it closed.
Let's make a performance check.
Performance.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Sure.
What was that in the movie, in the show?
Where'd my shoe go?
Scrubs, where he has that stupid shirt on, but he wears the jacket, and he'd be like, the plan's never to take the jacket off.
Oh yeah,
What's
then he hits a possum and then like a hobo.
plus 10 plus 1, 11.
11. If someone's really paying attention, they'll probably notice that your two arms don't look exactly.
What's wrong with your arm, bro?
All right. Can I like wrap something maybe? Make it look like I hurt my arm?
Sure.
Yeah.
And you know what? It wasn't a super high DC, so yeah, you look like you have a broken arm, like a splint arm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair enough. That way I've got it. I might have to spend some time to unwrap it if I need it. but
Sure.
I can carry it.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say on the off chance that you do need to, we'll say it takes an action.
Fair enough.
All right.
That's about all I think I need to do to prepare, except and just hang around until time. I don't know what you guys
Drozen
need to
shows
do.
up a little bit before sundown. He's got the makeup that was requested. He's also got a small, like, cloth baby.
Hmm.
So it doesn't look super fancy or anything like that, but I'm here.
Thanks.
Thüt looks it over, and he's like, we're doing another heist?
Yeah, were you
Please,
there
no.
when we?
Aside from our assigned heist, let us not do anything else.
No, we're already on a heist.
Yeah, we're doing this.
Aside from our
We're
assigned
doing the baby
heist, do we
heist
have
again.
to? No, we are
Well,
not doing
not
the baby
necessarily, but maybe.
But-
No.
Because backup plan never fails.
So far.
I'm saying.
You are 1 for 1.
Well, on screen, 1 for 1. Lifetime, it's got to be dozens.
Okay. So, anything else? Last chance.
Gotta add a baby to my
heist. Let's start
inventory.
putting on the
Very
makeup.
nice.
Okay.
Baby doll.
Right.
Right.
As soon as Maryna finishes putting
Live
on her
infant child.
makeup, you hear as the wheels clack against the cobblestone outside.
I
Wow,
thought
that's
ninjas were
strange.
showing up. I was like, oh, it's on!
Strangely,
Not
at
very
this
good
old
ninjas.
town rundown inn, there's suddenly this fancy.
Beautiful, fancy carriage out front. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. And there's even a fairly well-dressed driver, young girl. You can see a small marking on the back of her neck, and she goes, "Hello,
What's the marking?
roll a history check."
I'm great at this. 3.
7.
Come on, Thüt.
It's fine. I with my also 3. I agree with
Together, we are a 13.
So you two are pretty sure it's just a butterfly. You notice
We
it's
got
definitely
tramp
not a
stamp on
butterfly,
neck,
but you
right?
have no idea what it means.
That's no butterfly. Mm-hmm.
It looks like a butterfly to me.
It looks like an Ashton
Well.
Kutcher movie, for sure.
I'd never
To
finished
each
that
our
one.
own.
Are you getting on the carriage?
I'm gonna get in it.
My dress is a little tight. One moment, and I try to.
Do you need some help?
Sure.
All right. She gets down, kind of puts her knee in your back, and It's a little difficult to breathe, not going to lie, but you'll get used to it.
There's a price for beauty.
I mean, if you didn't even pull on it, you should have just asked.
I want this dress intact.
I can be dainty.
How high is the step?
Make a strength check.
You're gonna let me do it?
No, I am not.
A one.
I said I would not be
Right.
forced.
Which would have
You're
been probably the strongest. If it had been a 2, it would have been like, no, it's very delicate.
So you guys all board the carriage, and it slowly starts to pull away.
Maryna is delightedly arranging her very fluffy skirt.
That's awesome.
I do feel like the carriage would be like listing to one side.
Well, you actually
like from the
you've got Wellby and Maryna. Like you got the two. There's one bench in the front, one
Yeah.
bench in the back. You're in the back, so the whole thing's
yeah,
sitting
kind of.
on.
The horses are struggling.
Yeah.
Horses are tiptoeing.
Yeah.
more than
Hanging
they
on
usually
behind
do.
me.
And the driver's up front. She's got to like peer over her knees to see where she's going.
One of the
I've got hydraulics in this thing.
hydraulics, exactly. That's the-
You go over a bump.
this is the scene from the second.
Wait, where's
Endgame,
Brooks?
whatever.
Is he in here?
Brooks is hanging off the back.
Okay.
Oh,
He
that's
did look very dapper.
Does
he?
he?
Took the sleeves off.
Okay.
So you can still see his very tribal tattoos going down his arm, up his face. By the way,
Thüt's
he
You guys are
Jealous.
wearing the same thing
Yeah,
now.
Thüt's jealous.
he picked up the peacock feathers for his mask.
Good.
that was my second choice.
Good choice, bro.
So as you guys are going down, you are making your way through Old Town. You're getting a lot of looks by people, just everybody, kind of like merchants.
We're open, like in an open carriage.
I mean, it's got windows on the side.
Okay.
Kind of the best way I can describe it, like old westy
Stagecoach.
coach card.
Yeah.
It's the Hateful Eight.
Sure. And folks are looking at you left, right, and sideways. Urchins, street urchins, and but as you start traveling closer and closer to the river to cross over, less and less people seem to take note of you. You do hear this weird tune in the air.
Yeah.
And
Is
as
it
you-
vaguely Andrew Lloyd Webberish?
Yes, vaguely.
Okay.
A little bit.
Vaguely. As
As
you
long as
cross,
somebody with half a face does not show up.
as you cross over into the richer side of town, the looks really cease pretty quick. Maybe like right along the docks, but after that, you just kind of blend in with everything else that seems to be going on. Hi, I'm Mike, and you're listening to the Date Night Podcast. If you're interested in our homebrew content, such as class and race options or other unique things about the show, you can check that out from our Friendly Neighborhood Game Moms Dungeon Master Guild page. So some of them are free, some of them are pay what you want, others are just a few dollars and are used they really do help us out. You can find all of these by going to our website, d8nightpodcast.com, and clicking on the store tab, or by going to dmsguild.com and searching for Will Mayer. Now, I've seen some of Will's content. Actually, I've seen it all. But the titles are Path of the Fury for the Barbarian, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Rules for Building Your Own Homunculus, which is just horrifying, Bloodlines, A Guide to New Playable Races, Backgrounds and Feats, and Crinkle Firetouch's Guide for the homebrew magic items made specifically for this campaign. Speaking of that campaign, let's get back to it and hear what's in store next for our characters. The coach keeps going, actually, out the eastern side of the city to a small estate not far from the walls. It is elaborately landscaped, hedges and gardens.
I'm going to pay extra good attention on the way in to
Okay.
if anybody's posted in terms of like guards or gates or anything if we have to make an expedient exit.
So there is a wall hedging the estate. It's not super high. It's probably, well, for you, it would be about your height, but for everybody
Okay.
else, it's a little over waist high.
Like a stone or
Stone, yeah. The trees are very well taken care of. All the bushes very well manicured, and the house itself looks to be 2-story, made of some kind of rock with plaster over top of it. It's very well made, beautiful, all that, but it's got a sort of a simple elegance to it. And as you pull up, you do notice 2 guards that were at the front gate to the estate, and then there are 2 more at the front doors. And they seem to be taking invitations from people. Actually, go ahead and make another perception check for me. All of you, if you want to. If you're all looking, that is.
Oh, wow. 18.
21.
I may be a little lightheaded, but I can still see.
All 3 of you do see other guards, probably another 6 or 7, at points around the house and in the gardens, but they don't look to be patrolling heavily. It's just kind of, they look like they've been hired to stand guard at a party. You know,
Like for show.
yeah, mostly for show. Kind of a lazy, easy paycheck.
Start with them.
Yeah, sure.
Shake them down first.
Right, go for it.
Definitely the informants.
As the carriage pulls up, guard approaches. He's in not formal battle wear, but you know he's clearly got a rapier at his side, and he's there for business. Good evening. Welcome to the estate of Lord Zephadio Timlath. I trust you're all here for the ball. Ken looks over at Brooks.
Yep,
You're
we've
here for the ball?
got these invitations.
Invited.
All right, let me see that then.
I don't know who has them, but
Sure.
sure.
He takes them, looks them over.
Not me.
There's just 4 of you then, right?
Yep.
All right then. Y'all have a... Y'all. Damn it. Fucking Virginia. All right then.
It's a fantasy world. It could British y'all.
I'm fine for it.
I
It's
hope-
gender neutral.
I hope you fine lords and ladies enjoy your evening. He kind of steps back into his post.
Hope you don't work too hard.
Probably no danger of that.
Good.
As long as y'all...
That's
Y'all-
not.
As long as nobody makes too much of a ruckus inside, which I've seen a couple who are already well into their cups.
Brooks, put it away.
He already actually does have a flask out. He kind of shoves it into his vest pocket. It used to be a jacket, now it's his vest pocket.
Right.
So you guys going to the party?
Mm-hmm.
All right, map time.
Are we walking now?
Yes. The carriage does not drop you off inside the house.
Gross. On my feet?
So there's 2 entrances, both sort of wrought brass with glass inlays as they open up.
Wow.
There's a grand staircase here in this first foyer kind of room, and doors on either side. They're not open, but they're not roped off or anything like that.
Okay.
So I don't take the time to really black out all of my maps and everything, so you guys can just kind of see this. I'll say you get an idea pretty quickly of how the house is sort of laid out by traffic flow and all that. There are
Sure.
dozens of people here, all in extremely fine clothing. You do see several servants moving about with trays of food and drink, and Brooks has already grabbed 2 champagne glasses.
Are the servants mostly coming in and out of where? Where are they bringing?
Well, if you were to go back towards this hallway here,
Yeah.
you would see a fairly steady stream of people coming in and out. So this is probably where the kitchen is.
And they're going up and into the ballroom?
Into the ballroom, out through the foyer. You do see these doors open occasionally between the dining room and the library for folks kind of drifting in and out, but it's not
Right. The ballroom's
wasn't-
not upstairs necessarily.
correct.
Right. It's on this main floor.
So
Right.
they are going in and out of those rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can tell that the doors were left shut as kind of not a deterrent, but more of like, oh, the party's back here. It's more of a traffic flow
Okay.
expediter.
All right. I know this is going to be difficult because it's a masquerade, but I would suggest that we keep an eye out for the drow. What's her name?
Lady Fedosi Shesriath.
Fedosi. Maybe we could tell her by her build if she's a drow, but
Does
she
she have
might
any-
have it out for us because she
Does have
knows
a favorite color?
she knows we're coming here.
We saw her at whatever, so that's all I can say.
You saw her at the Thieves' Den.
That
What color was she wearing then?
She was wearing
dark clothes.
dark brown
I'm
leathers.
sure it was purple.
No, it's kind of a dark brown leathers.
I'm colorblind, so
Oh.
I'm just saying a number.
Colorblind,
She
so
was
it's gotta
wearing
be 5.
a dress and it was the number purple.
How did it taste?
Wellby, I'm going to need that intelligence score again.
It sure was loud.
I must not have on my hat, so it's down to 12
There you
instead
go.
of the 19.
He was. I don't have my hat
I
on.
took my hat off. Hold
Oh, no.
on. Let me readjust it. Yep, the attunement's working again. Purple's a color.
Y'all must have pre-gamed.
By the way, you probably would have had to remove the hat because it did not fit in at all with the rest of your fancy.
My my turban doesn't fit in.
No,
My
it's
headband of
the
intellect?
traditional suit.
Okay. I don't have that on then. I'm going to be...
You can make another performance check if you want to try to like dress it up before. I'll retcon it if you want to make a performance check.
I'll try and see, and I'll look and see if it looks like it's going to work or not. That's the one. I can re-roll ones
That's
as a halfling.
Halfling! Yeah, just re-roll it. Never even happened.
That's a 5 plus 1, 6. Yeah, it's in my pocket.
It's bad enough to where you realize this isn't a good
It's in
idea.
my
If you had
pocket.
kept the one, you wouldn't have realized.
All right.
At least you would have had it.
He came back out into the hall. Maryna kind of looked at it and looked at him and said, "No." And he turned around, and went back into his room.
I've got it, but I'm not wearing it. And I'm still attuned to it.
So you
Yes?
are.
Can you still be attuned to it when you're not wearing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now you have just entered the main doors and you are in the grand foyer. Everything in here is just sparkling, clean tile floors, like big slate tiles, and the walls have fine tapestries and artwork on them. It's again simple elegance, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Where would you like to go? There are guards posted at the stairwell.
Okay. Can we see up the stairs at all, just if we're wandering around the hallway?
It's like a big spiral staircase, wrought iron, so it's not hiding anything, but it does seem to go up into a second floor. There's nothing really on the stairwell. It does have a like a velvet rope at the bottom rung, closing it,
so
officially
it's
closing
clearly
it off.
the party's not happening up there.
The two guards posted.
And that's probably where we're going to have to go, but we
Well, I
could...
know why I'm going to the ballroom where the party is.
Yeah.
Marina's already found her fan fanning herself and trying to breathe.
Yeah. Going to the party.
Okay.
This could come in handy later.
Is everybody going into the ballroom?
Yes.
Okay. When you get in there,
I checked for traps!
Is Brooks coming along as well? Is Brooks coming along as well?
yeah, he's just kind of following you guys
Great,
around because
great.
he seems like he's very much out of his depth here. When you said fancy party,
I kind of gesture for his champagne bottle.
oh, he gives you the empty one.
And I just take a swig and
Immediately
hand it back
finds a
down.
waiter and grabs another one.
So then I give him his other one back too.
Puts it on the waiter's tray. Okay, so you're all going into the ballroom. Okay. As you do, there was foot traffic in the foyer. In the ballroom, it's not quite wall to wall, folks, but it's very full of people who are dancing about. The main center area of the room is full of people in very formal courtly style dances. Those circles parts of the map are big glass walls that let in. It's nighttime, but you can see the stars and everything on the other side. It's again absolutely gorgeous, and the back doors are open into the garden. I see a few people kind of flitting in and out of there, but it's not a lot of heavy foot traffic. Most folks are in here enjoying the food, the drink, and the company and the dancing.
There's a lot of traffic, you say, coming out, like where you have prep room into the ballroom?
It's mostly
Turns
service.
out you can't go
Yeah.
from the prep room to the
Yeah,
ballroom.
shut up. I forgot to put a door there. There's a door
I
there.
thought it was intentional because you would prep stuff to go in the kitchen to get
Well,
cooked.
they can go right out here.
No, you can't. There's a wall in the way. So you'd have to go into the dining room.
There's a door from the prep room into the hallway that goes out.
Oh, okay. Still, I
Oh.
thought it made
Oh,
sense that
yeah.
you would have your prep room separated from your kitchen. The kitchen would actually be where the food is made,
I have whiteout.
and then it would go out
Like,
into inflow. That I thought it made sense.
do you want to put a hole in the wall
I
there?
can put a door there.
Yeah, just kind of pencil a door in.
All right.
I was gonna question it, and then decided no, it made sense to me.
So then you questioned it anyways.
At the back wall along that that big circle in the back with all the glass windows and everything where you can see the light, there is a man who's standing up on a raised platform. He's wearing a very bright green jacket with gold trim. He's kind of got his hands tucked in his jacket. He's definitely an elven and actually a rare sight of fairly overweight elf.
Is that the girl you're looking for?
He's kind of looking out, big, genuine, warm smile plastered across his face as he watches the people dance and enjoy the party and everything.
All right.
Does that look like that's our host?
You would get that effect, yes.
Okay.
Will be.
Yeah.
Should we be using our regular names here?
No, I don't think so.
Philby.
Maybe a little further.
Further, little further.
Yeah.
That's what I'll call him.
Yeah, a little farther.
Little-
Perfect.
All right. Little father.
Yes. Yes, my child.
Did we finalize a plan?
Well, no.
Or I have one.
We have a great history of making plans and then just ignoring them.
I think
Baby doll heist went flawless.
first step probably
Get here not to
would
be
be
arrested.
to
What's your name then?
have names. Yeah, let's do that first.
I'm assuming we did this part in the carriage.
Mm-mm.
You were paying attention to Brooks, I guess.
I will allow that to retcon because I need to retcon something else that I totally forgot about.
Ha.
And that's my bad. I told you guys I'm having a hard time flipping the switch today. The one other thing the guard captain did tell you outside when you presented your invitations is he looked at Brooks. Brooks has got a big old battle axe on his back. You're going to have to check that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, I assumed
Yeah.
we didn't even bring them. And, yeah.
There's
Brooks-
something secreted in the skirts.
Did you say something secreted in your skirts?
That's what I heard, but I know
Yes.
what you meant.
Secreted, but
Secreted.
Yes.
Secreted is a whole
Secreted.
different word.
Secreted.
No, they still say secreted.
Make
You're
a
wrong.
Yeah.
performance check for me.
It's inside the skirts.
Make
There's
a-
pockets.
Make a performance check for me.
Most skirts don't have pockets, do they?
15. That's a -1, not a +1.
That's pretty good. I'll say that you can get your dagger, no problem, but the sword is probably...
Did not plan on that
Okay.
one.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean, benefits of being a
I'm-
wizard.
don't think I would bring
Right.
my cleaver.
Yeah, probably not. Doesn't really fit the rest of your attire either.
Yeah.
What's
So
about
Brooks
your
is really the
full
only
scoop?
one that this
I was
affects.
that's why
He
I was
goes-
worried about the shield. 'Cause
He
I
kind
figured-
of and throws it at the carriage.
Okay.
He
Puts
points
it
at
back
he
in the
points at
carriage.
the young girl at the front of the carriage. She replies back to him in perfect dwarvish.
How's that sound? Thank you.
Okay, so you guys feel free to make your plan inside the carriage right on the way over.
I thought it would be funnier.
Future Amy, piece all this together so it makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
All right, so
Future listeners,
Because
I'm
I
sorry.
try, and it never sounds right.
then I'm not going to bring it up to her in the ballroom.
Okay. Well, you're in the ballroom.
Great. Little father,
Yes.
meet
My son.
Mason.
Mason. Yeah.
Mason.
Mason. That's good.
Mason. That's
George.
George. I've never, that's such a foreign tongue. I don't.
Brooks.
George.
In his brain, code names.
George.
And
I put my thumb on my wolf snout and nod and wink.
George.
George.
Nod and wink.
Lady Nod and Wink.
Lady nodding.
Okay.
It's better than Lady Rest in Bitch Face.
Bitch.
Glare.
George. Why am I getting like George of the Jungle vibes now?
Strong as he can be.
Lady. What are these?
Nodding.
Lady Nah, son.
Now everybody knows how our fantasy name generators actually work.
Lady nodding.
So if we're going over the plan, maybe we would have to actually be inside and look around
We
and then
are,
start to talk. So
fortunately.
let's go. Why don't we go outside in the garden and have a chat?
fresh air. Ah, yes.
For a walk.
Yes, please.
As
Fresh
you
air,
are
please.
walking,
Are there
over-
our dwarves?
So what now?
Our dwarves.
I heard dwarves. That's all I got.
I heard dwarves, and I'm thinking, I thought we'd.
Thought he said,
Are
"Are there
there-
doors?"
Are
You
there
have a
light
dwarf
snacks?
with you. What are we talking
Are
about?
there-
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Yes, there's
Light
a,
refreshments will be served.
there's a very fine spread of like buffet style, just about every fancy food you can imagine.
Is there anything that would be difficult for the average person to know what it was?
Is
there anything exotic?
in a fountain form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I recognize what it is?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh, no, I tell you what. Let's say
Can I
survival.
Just, can I just
Ooh,
But he's
that's a nat 20, so whatever it is.
You recognize
plus
everything.
something. Yeah. Oh, they've got good food here. So I'm going to find something really unique
Okay.
that not many people make. Find the waiter who has it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ask, where did these, what are they?
Let's say they are a kind of oyster that's prepared, actually not far from Cliffshire, but they're considered a delicacy most other places. So
Okay.
they're exported out and prepared.
Is that a golden oyster from the Gold Arbor?
Well, yes, sir, it is.
Who prepared this?
Our chef.
Yes. Might I have a word with him?
It's not quite regular, sir. We are in
There's
the midst of
no
a party, and
Compliments to the chef.
The maestro is quite busy, but I would be happy to convey any compliments you would have.
I'm gonna. It's rather complicated, but if you can get it all down, here's what I'd like you to tell him.
He's starting to look like I don't get paid nearly enough for this shit.
And I take his tray. Here, you can write it down.
I was just downing the oyster.
Yes, sir.
hold, on,
Very.
hold down to Brooks.
I'm gonna make a list
Very good, sir.
of all the ingredients in this dish, and I'm gonna say, bring this to the chef and see if he'd allow me to come back and have a talk to him. I talked with him.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
Okay.
Fades back into the crowd.
Hey!
Watching them scarf this stuff down.
Don't
Still have the
throw
tray.
the tray.
Are you all still heading into
I
the
set
garden?
the tray on the ground. Or I'll take it outside with us.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
Some fresh air would be.
While
very
you are
welcome.
moving out into the garden, a young man in a sort of he's got a suit similar to what you guys are wearing. It's not a lot of variation, but his is a dark red, kind of velvety looking suit. He approaches Maryna and kind of holds his hand out to her.
What kind of mask is he wearing?
Man in a purple suit wants to dance with you.
Don't trust him. Men in purple suits are not to be trusted.
She takes his hand anyways. And
What's his mask?
His his mask is a brass sun. So, as he leads you out to the dance floor, do you guys keep going to the garden, or are you like stopping and waiting for your friend?
I think I'll stop.
Okay.
because you wanted to speak with the chef
I'll
anyways.
have one of those oysters.
This last one.
Maryna is pointedly looking away.
He leads you out to the dance
Stop
floor,
slurping.
and he takes you into his arms as you guys start to do the same courtly style dance as everybody else is, and it very quickly becomes apparent to you this is Callum Montrose.
God damn it.
Calamari. I'm going to say in your brain.
You in the spring?
Yeah. I'm going to ask in your brain if you're okay.
And the bard
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no!
and everybody laughs.
Dance is over. He pulls out a second lute. Begins to play again.
What are you doing here?
I think you know that.
I say in your brain, I ask if you're okay.
She's not answering you right now.
I ask
I get,
in your
I get
brain, I
annoying.
ask if you're okay.
I get annoying with it. Like,
I ask in his brain, is she okay?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out if she's okay. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
You think she's okay?
You think Annie's okay?
Did you hear back? Is she okay?
Slapping her back.
haven't-
Wellby's asking. I mean, little daddy. I
you
mean, little
haven't-
father.
You haven't even been able to answer Callum yet because it's just, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
And I actually need to pin myself.
Hey.
The resting bitch face intensifies, and she shakes her head at them.
She's okay.
Shake's bad.
No, it's good.
I mean, look at her face. It looks normal.
Huh. All right, we'll go outside. Holler if you need anything.
So you answered with that I think that basically he knows why.
But
You
you're
should know
sure?
why.
You should know.
You're okay.
So it is true. You have been killing all of us.
You took my daughter. I'm paying you back.
Maryna, I understand.
God damn it! How did he recognize me?
As the dance continues. I'm sorry. I really am. It wasn't supposed to happen that way.
Then couldn't you have stopped it?
Maryna, it was supposed to be you.
And that makes it any better.
No, it doesn't. She wasn't supposed to die. The deal was just
The deal.
for a bit of blood. A bit of blood from someone of your line.
Of my line.
There's
My family has no connections here.
Your family may not have connections here, but your family has connections with the benefactor. With everything that's going on. Your family long ago used to be from Chiron. There's a reason my father employed your mother. The dagger. I know you have it. The dagger was just supposed to take a little bit of blood. It
It takes more than you think.
I know. It leapt from Neckel's hand into her. Yera tried to stop it, but none of us could pull it back out. And by the time it was free, it was too late. I am sorry. Maryna, you don't know what you've been doing.
Neither did you. We each make our mistakes, and we all will pay for them.
And we all have to fix them. The prince has heard. He's heard everything that you've done. I didn't think it was you. I didn't know who it was that was hunting us at first, but Fedosi came to me and she told me that you showed up. I still had a hard time believing it. I'd never seen any violence in you.
If you are so sorry, then why don't you help us?
I want to. The prince has to be stopped. The curse has run through all of us. You've seen what it's done. It's stripped him of his humanity, Maryna. He's openly plotting to kill his father now. To summon the thing here. It has to be stopped. But killing us is not going to help that. Yera tried to save your daughter. Fedosi has no taste for life anymore anyways. Everyone else is dead. I will be dead before too much longer. Make a perception check.
9.
The curse has lit my blood on fire. Every day it burns hotter and hotter and hotter. And with a 9, you don't notice until after he says that his skin does feel warmer than it should.
Oh, I thought he was just, like, ill.
No. Fedosi loses her grasp on reality, and I'm sure you've seen the Vice brothers falling apart at the seams.
They didn't for long.
Death is a mercy for us. But the prince has to be stopped first. If
And
you
I'll
want,
make their death slow.
that is your prerogative. And after, if you still want my life, I offer it freely. What do you say?
She nods out towards the door and says, "Convince them. Not just me."
Well then, would you like to finish the dance first?
I had thought we were still dancing.
You are still dancing.
Okay.
He's asking if you want to finish or stop immediately.
Feeling a little iffy, but I'll finish the dance.
There's not a ton left to it, so probably another 3-4 minutes of dancing.
That's a lot.
Well, it's an older style song. They would go on forever. Anyways, at the end of that,
3 loots.
Yeah.
At the end of that,
It's a
Callum,
Goliath blocker.
Callum leads you off of the main dancing, the area where everybody's dancing, leads you back to the garden door. Where are your friends? Where are the friends?
We're grabbing more oysters.
Yeah.
She looks over at
Yeah.
us just as we're picking the mask up and pulling
Callum.
the mask back
Why do you
down.
need to pick the mask up to slurp an oyster?
Was mine only down to my nose?
You had the shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, his is full
Okay.
face.
Because otherwise I get oyster on my mask.
And it doesn't
Callum-
go in
that
his
already
mouth.
happened.
Callum
It's
looks
better in
over
my
at
mouth.
you with a mixed expression of disappointment and curiosity. Really?
I'm
You
just
want
staring
one?
at them in disappointment
I
and
just have
dismay.
it. I have it in my hand, not on the tray.
He leads you over, still by the hand, to your friends.
Taking the hand back.
Didn't know you could dance.
Oh, not right at the moment. No, thank you. A fine evening to all three of you gentlemen.
What's your name?
Lord Callum Montrose. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Wait.
Did I say the whole list?
Okay.
Yes, you've said the
Okay.
whole list before.
He is
To us,
interested in
we-
helping us.
Kill all your fools? Wasn't he a fool?
Yes, I am on the list. If that's what you're asking.
I don't think this is pleasant dinner
I like your suit.
conversation.
No, I would agree, but this appears to be a conversation that is happening one way or the other.
Maybe we could talk somewhere else that you have access to that we don't.
I have an estate.
Is it upstairs inside this house?
No, my good man, I'm afraid it isn't.
All
It
right,
is,
well, we'll talk later then,
well.
Mr. Purple Suit.
kind of
Callum-
looks down like he's
Calamajero.
expecting something to be wrong with his suit, but it's immaculate.
It's dark red.
Flicks it back into place.
Oh no, it was trying to get him to look down.
Oh. I thought you were like messing with his.
I don't know. I wouldn't do
Okay.
that to a man's suit. I would flick him in the nose.
Oh, sorry. I'm the barbarian here.
I'm not a barbarian.
I know, but you're.
I'm what?
I didn't mean
what
the
do you
class.
mean, you people?
You're,
So there is. Sorry, it takes me a second.
we have nothing at stake in this conversation, but if it's one she wants to have with you and us, I'm sure we could have it later.
I said he needs to convince you.
Do you have a code name?
What do you mean by code name? An alias?
Like, yeah.
I'm afraid not.
Afraid not? Good name.
I'm
Fits
afraid
in with
not.
us.
Right. You're afraid not. I got it. I'm Mason.
It's a pleasure.
I'd apologize for him, but
His little
You're
little
just
father.
as bad.
eh,
No, my misunderstanding, I'm sure. So has she told you much about?
We're supposed to be lopping your head off. The
Yes.
fact that we're not doing that yet means that, well, I don't know.
A great deal, I'm sure.
I mean, I could.
There is. What does anyone know of Kairon, the city-state to the north?
It's a city-state.
You're exempted. You're supposed to know everything.
And
He's
you-
not talking
what
to
do
you.
we know about Chiron other than we've
It's
heard
a
of
city
it?
state
history
to the
check.
north.
Which is awesome because mine sucks.
I don't have my headband on, so that's an 8.
14.
14.
Not terrible.
Wellby, you've heard of it, and pretty much from Maryna, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
You probably passed by at some point in time during your travels. You have a general idea of where it is.
I have a general idea. It is a city-state.
Yes,
to the
the
north.
north. And you could probably get there from here if you had to.
By heading
You know
north.
that it's a monarchy. That's probably about it with a
He's
14.
got one of those people with a stupid crown.
Yes.
And then, like, his son will just take that crown eventually.
Yes.
And
As an
he's in
aside,
power?
I just learned
Like, how's that
last
work?
time we played this that my list is called the Lords of Chiron list,
Mm-hmm.
which he didn't tell me. And he says, "Oh, it was in my list." I'm like,
That
"No,
wasn't
no."
last time. That was a few times ago.
Okay, still,
7
whatever.
times ago.
Hi, I'm a trash DM. Everybody knows this.
Man, that
So
would be
he
a
says
great. That would be a
as-
great tattoo, though. Like if you
Trash
had, if,
DM?
yeah, if you had like throwaway tattoo space, like, because that happens eventually. People that get enough,
Yeah.
well, people that get enough can get
Or
throwaway
you
tattoos.
could just make an empty box and write in it "throwaway tattoo space."
Anywho,
And from then on, you could get stuff like trash DM. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's where you put them.
Yeah.
All your dumb, crappy ideas for tattoos, you go ahead and get them. Put them only in that box.
Yeah,
I like that.
I do
rails
too.
are somewhere.
This is nice. This is nice.
This is nice. Trash DM. I was at Clifftop last weekend, and I saw the dang somebody said it had Trashville was their campsite. It was very strange. And then other things happened, and I left early because it wasn't fun.
Well, now we're missing a player. So
Yeah, that's definitely Will's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, control your wife.
so that's pretty much what you guys know about
Your
Kyra.
waifu.
Not much.
Not a ton. Not with those roles. Yes, that would be King Dreyfus. This is the monarch.
King Richard. He likes making mountains out of potatoes.
Dreyfus, not Dreyfus. And Dreyfus
Just
is
feeling
his,
for time.
is his first name. Thank you very much.
Oh. Was he a doctor?
Are you a doctor?
I hate you all.
All right. Well, Mr. Purple Suit Man, what?
Lord Callum Montrose.
Right. Aliens. Pseudonym. Have you met
Is he going to be
Brooks?
all right?
I mean,
I don't think so.
not George. Have you met George? He'll lop your head off too, but his his axe is outside.
Brooks kind of puts his hand up. Oh, yeah.
If you
George.
if you convince George, we're convinced.
Because really, I mean, it's on you to like.
So while you're
Convince
gone,
us.
we take the BBEG and turn him into a guy in purple suits. Also Richard Dreyfuss.
Not the BBEG.
Hmm.
That would be Prince Hedron Maffallon III.
Well, him too. We
As
turned him into
far
Richard
as you
Dreyfuss.
You don't know who the BBEG
I
is.
hate you.
It might be you.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that impression.
Maybe we should lop her head off. Right, boys?
In time.
You know what? Thüt, make a perception check.
Oh, am I going to see if her head's still attached? It's not great. It's 13.
Maryna is missing her head.
How about him? How about Purple Shoot?
As you look over to Purple Suit, his head's fine.
It's fine.
Uh-huh.
I think it was funny. I was like, all right, Wellby's.
As you look back
Brooks?
over, Marina's fine. What's wrong with you?
If it wasn't screwed on, am I right?
I'll ask
Is
again.
he okay?
Is he going to be all right?
I mean, they call me little father, but I'm not really his father. So
Oh,
They call me Mason, but
George,
I'm not really
George, do
my
you
own
know if
son
he's
either.
going to be all right?
I think we're just embarrassing our friend in front of her.
And me in front of them,
Person.
he's right. Well,
So yes, Chiron is a monarchy, and it is
Oh, good. I didn't miss anything.
one is sadly that is
No, we
sadly
were
under
stalling for
siege
time.
at the moment. The prince is vowing and plotting to overthrow his father in an attempt to summon something from out in the void. I'm not entirely sure what it was, what it is, but I know that it would certainly destroy my home and probably wreak havoc across the land. As
So
it is.
why does he want to summon it then?
The prince is quite mad at this point, unfortunately. He has sacrificed what little of his humanity remains.
Do I believe this guy?
I do.
Make an insight check.
But so, like, when you say void, you
19.
mean like
19. The words he's saying are true, but you sense that there is more.
You know more about this thing than you're letting on. Is that fair?
Yes, that's fair. However, those are the pertinent details. Maryna just continues to fan herself and try not to pass out. By the way, we're outside. It is a nice, cool
we
night
have
air.
okay. We have
Her
gone
dress
on a
is
lot.
really tight.
Yes.
So we're not in the middle of the.
No. You
Good.
guys have, because you guys said you had moved outside into the gardens.
Yeah, we
before.
were trying to.
Okay.
I didn't know if we had.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
This is sort of your thing.
The prince needs to be stopped. I am aware that my own sins are a part of this conversation, a part of this evil that does plague the land. But I would humbly request that he be dealt with first.
what are you offering us?
Continue
Why
these-
shouldn't I break your skull now, and then let her little thing do things?
I can help you.
How?
He holds up a hand and kind of snaps his fingers, and you see a flame at the tips of his finger.
I'm a wizard. I get it.
I don't offer much more
I mean,
than that.
it was like, you ever seen that old play where they bring the witches back to life? And
I am still-
the kid takes the thing and sets off their security devices.
I am still a trusted member of the court. I can provide access as well as my own magical means.
While we are here, we need to steal
So the
a
thing-
seal, not Bork.
The thing you have to offer us in exchange for helping you are ways to help us help you.
It's not much.
It's nothing.
It's literally your life and nothing. Like, I'm stronger than you. Better.
Tell
crazier.
us more about this thing if the only thing making us willing to stop it is the danger of this thing.
Yeah, because I don't really care about that, like, city.
You can prove to us by helping us here tonight.
Of course, I would be willing to assist you with not the Bork, but I'm guessing a stampy stamp.
Yes.
Duh.
It would be my pleasure.
Although I really hope we go into a room and inside is a caged seal.
With the seal tied around its neck.
He's the guard, like a guard seal.
Maybe keep one of those oysters to yourself and not in your stomach so that we can feed it to the seal and get the seal from the seal.
I'm sure that's
Bork,
how it's
bork.
going to go down.
How have you managed to kill so many of us?
This is all out of character. We've said about
I
8
keep
words
sleeping.
in character.
You what?
I keep sleeping. They do this without me.
It's usually easier.
Of course, I would be more than happy to assist you in any way that I can. I am not the best at thievery, I'm afraid.
But you are a lord and you are known here.
That I am, yes.
So if, like, we were to make a distraction, me and you, and, like, oh, you hurt my honor, and then, like, I smack you in the face with a tray of food, and then they
I
can
was
slip
thinking
upstairs.
something a little more usual for this.
That's pretty usual.
This
in
dress is a
my-
little bit tight. I'm having a hard time keeping my breath. If I were to pass out,
Get knocked out.
I... Evil glare.
No, I'm with you.
If I were to pass out, then I could be brought up to a quiet room.
And I could insist on that. Or you could, because you have, I learned a word, clout.
That
And while that is happening, they can look for the seal.
may be an effective ruse.
I imagine, how well do you know Lord Zafadio?
He is an acquaintance. We have done business in the past.
Where have you done that business?
He owns a fleet of shipping vessels and is quite the export of several different goods, many of which we use in Coyote Run.
Yeah, pertinent detail. So have you been to the estate before?
Yes, many times.
Do you know what the seal
Where
looks
is
like?
his office?
I'm aware of what the seal appears to be on paper, as I have signed
But not the
documents
bookmark.
from here.
Could you describe it to me?
Yes, it is a...
2 front flippers. Kind of looks like a pit bull in the face.
Slippery? Does it look slippery?
But it's not, 'cause it's dry when it's upstairs.
Lord Timlath. I hate you. Lord Timlath is very proud of his elven heritage. His seal appears to be a tree with very many different boughs stretching over in what would be considered a willow style.
I assume if you've exchanged any documents with the Lord, it was upstairs in this particular estate?
Usually they were at my estate up north, but I have sent emissaries here before.
Hmm.
And I myself have been to the estate before, just never on business, you understand.
I understand.
Maryna's just sitting over in the corner sulking, as usual.
I don't know if your fella here is going to be particularly helpful for us in this particular endeavor.
If he can help distract, that may be enough.
The upstairs is not an overly complicated area. There's 4 rooms. His main office, the servants' quarters, the master bedroom, and what essentially is a hallway. Once you reach the top of the stairs, if you are to look to your right, that is his where most of his business dealings are done, and to the left you have his quarters and the attached servants' quarters as well.
So the office was to the right?
Correct.
A lord like you wouldn't concern yourself with knowing whether or not there were servant stairs coming from the kitchen or anything like that, would you?
They're not that I am aware of. Most servants that I have seen do use the grand stair.
Well, I guess that saves me a trip to talk to the chef. I'm sure I could find... Oh, well, he's still here, so... I don't know.
If you
I'll send to you. I'm sure I could find this object. We'll just have to get upstairs.
I am sure that the ruse that you have come up with could potentially be effective. It would have to be done in the right place, of course.
Sidebar. You are trying to get into the kitchen.
I was to see if there were stairs that went up from the kitchen, mostly.
Or like a dumbwaiter.
Yeah, any sort of
Something
way
that
up.
maybe a small humanoid type creature, as myself, may be able to go upstairs.
If I could have a look around the kitchen, I'm sure I'd determine whether or not such a thing exists.
Plan B, then, kitchen plan, would be, while they're doing the fainty thing, and you're already in the kitchen, start a fire.
Why does it always resort to fire?
This is not a bad plan. Makes sense, because it's in the kitchen.
Because
So
D&D
really,
always...
I'm getting affirmation
It
in
would
my
make
heart.
even
of
more
hearts.
sense if I put it in the oven.
The fire?
Yes.
Or the baby doll, because we're getting there.
Save my baby, save my baby. Jump, lady, jump. Ah!
Why is there a baby in the oven?
Why is there an oven around my baby?
Just go last.
I knew we forgot something before we left.
The other option
We
is to
left the
go
baby in the oven.
in. We've got to turn back, Charles. We can't go on a trip with the baby in the oven. He'll be fine, dear.
That was a
He loves it
very
in there.
Safest place.
that was
in
a
the
very
house.
not Colbert. What's the other one? Oliver, John Oliver. You just nailed his accent. Charles, like whenever you nailed his accent perfectly. Anyway,
The other option is we could look around for a way to get in from outside, since we're able to go outside.
yeah. See, that was the
Might be the
third.
stealthy.
The
Tensor's
third.
floating disc is in the other campaign.
The third
stealthy
front
man.
was for me to cannonball special George.
Oh, God.
Oh, right, George. I forgot about George.
to the second story or on the roof,
Yeah.
stealthfully,
I'm not sure.
as
how-
a Goliath and dwarf are known to be.
if I got in the dumbwaiter, I'm not sure anybody would pull me up.
I would.
Yeah, but then
I could also just
could
push
come to
you
the
up.
kitchen with us.
Right. I'm also need more oysters.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you guys listen to that sentence again later. I'm in character.
So we have 3 plans.
That should simultaneously
4
go
if
off.
you count the oven baby.
That's the
If
diamond.
it's made
number.
out of potatoes,
You just smash them to it. That's awesome.
then it does kind of make sense.
Well, I thought it was made of puppies this time.
It's all theater.
The
of
only
mind.
good delay I can think of what is happening now is that more of the guests are getting drunk.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
We should probably get on with our plan
Let's
before
spike
Lady
punch.
Fedosi comes. It's
We
already
could-
spiked.
We could go
With
up
poison,
with
sillies.
the fainting and try to get brought up with her.
Should we kill the fat man?
Not yet.
Kind of in the mood.
Maybe on the way out.
If we see Lady Fedosi, you can kill her. Because as we said before, she was
We're
probably
still
coming.
here, and we still don't have.
But we have
permission.
masks already. It's a perfect crime. And then we'll just switch with each other.
They'll
never know.
There'll be wanted posters out for Little Father, George, Lord Nod, Lady Nod and Wink, and Mason. So,
The only description would be 2 of them's clothes were too tight. One of them didn't have sleeves.
they may have had faces.
Also in the news, oyster shortage. What's the name?
Oysters and potatoes. I like to eat oysters and potatoes.
I think all the plans should go on at once.
Because that's a great idea.
I'll-
like Ocean's 11.
Yeah, exactly. This is Ant-Man.
So, anyways,
I'll go. Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to do? This is out of character, sort of.
let's see if mine will work first, and then
Okay.
you guys can try to sneak upstairs if it doesn't.
Or we
They'll
try
be
to
on
get up
higher
with you,
alert.
and if we can't get up with you, we'll try you pitching us onto the
Poisoning
roof or
yes.
going in the dumbwaiter.
I mean, I could use a spell and just appear in the upstairs.
could I look at try to see if the chef is going to invite me into the kitchen before we?
At this
Let's
point,
just
he
try
should
her.
be looking
Let's
for
just
you,
go.
I would think.
And, like, this is the guy that was looking for you. Like, that's my fake accent.
What are we doing, kids?
Let's
Shall
go
we
back
dance?
to the grand ballroom for now.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing our date night with us and exploring a whole new world together. We'll see you again next week. Until then, keep in touch by following us on Twitter at Date Night Podcast or visiting d8nightpodcast.com.